Here's a question. What if your Titan dies in this episode? Who would you want to play as your secondary character?
That's very good. And I thought when you phrased that, I forgot about the need for questions for a second. I thought you were asking me a question.
No. This is
Unless,
not a gameplay question. No.
okay, yeah,
I'm hoping none of
that's
us die in this next episode.
mhm.
Dibs on Blackfire.
Well, okay. I'll have to pick someone else then.
Okay, fine. I'll get like the Blue Beetle or something.
Another tech character.
Red Hood.
Because
I'll come back.
For me.
Wait, how is Red Hood a teen though?
Red
Well-
Hood. Listen, depends on what Red Hood you're looking at, because I feel like Jason Todd was a teen when he was Red Hood in something.
Yeah, well, right now he would be a teen or close to a teen. He'd be younger than Grayson. He wouldn't be Red Hood yet. He would just be Robin, the brief Robin.
We'll just speed it
the-
along, man.
the teen hero previously it's like the murdered teen hero previously known as Robin.
Oh, dude, could I be Static? That'd be so cool.
Actually,
That would
yeah,
be
he was
cool.
part of the Titans in some continuities.
Mhm.
I would be Tara, but I would make better decisions than her, so I probably shouldn't be Tara.
That would be like
Yeah.
interesting, yeah.
Yeah, no, basically whoever plays Tara has to understand that they are a vulnerable person, probably who's like susceptible to persuasion and has trauma and stuff, and has to, at least, if not the same decisions as in the show, has to make a couple bad decisions.
It has to
Oh,
make
I
at
can
least
make some
really
bad
dramatic
decisions.
decisions.
There's
Oh,
just-
I know
a
how to make
couple
bad
that I'm like,
decisions.
there's a few where I'm just like, she really didn't need to make that decision. Like,
Yeah. I know.
I mean, I do, like, again, sorry to wax nerdy here, but, like, I do think that when you're watching the cartoon initially, you're missing a little bit of the context that's, like, slightly alluded to of just, like, how
oh, I
bad
just feel like
lost
she
control,
destroyed an
how-
entire town or something.
Yeah,
right?
like-
yeah.
I think that gives a little bit more weight to her motivation, and it's, again, like, left out of the show.
Also,
Mm.
like, Slade is a pedophile toward her, so that's cool.
Yes. Well, that's later, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I might if Blackfire's off the table. I might
no,
think
you can
about-
have Blackfire. I'll go with somebody else.
Well, but my answer B would be Speedy.
Oh.
But like I would probably lean into the Young Justice angsty Speedy, the Crispin Freeman, Itachi Uchiha Speedy.
Superboy.
Yeah, honestly, that's not too far off from the Teen Titans version, just because like him and Robin in the Teen Titans version also have like a rivalry.
Yeah,
like, I
we
think.
just don't get a lot of him, and like so
Yeah.
like there's we don't see any angst, you know. But
Yeah.
The biggest problem I run into is that I don't know characters in DC outside of like what's shown in Teen Titans. So
I mean, you can use Teen Titans
Yeah.
characters from Teen Titans, I guess. But...
Yeah, like some of the Teen Titans East or some of the other heroes.
I don't remember them. I remember Terra and Aqualad.
Who is Lilith?
See, who's that? I don't even fucking know. That's one of my
There is a
OCs.
Lilith.
That's all I know.
Who is Lilith? Are you just Googling? shit?
I'm Googling members of the Titans, and she was one of the original team.
Ooh.
Oh well, yeah.
or at least-
She looks cool.
What about Ravager? Is Ravager on the table?
Ooh, I like the sound of Ravager.
She's
Who's-
Slade's daughter, I'm pretty sure.
I
That
would
sounds
wanna
like a
be
terrible
Jericho.
idea.
Ravager, I hardly. Okay, never.
Oh,
mind.
Jericho! Oh yeah, Jericho's
Wow.
a good pick. Except wait, how do you play Jericho when you
Well,
can't
I
talk?
wouldn't need to talk. I would just tell what I was doing.
You just describe his actions.
Yeah.
Hold
on.
on.
Sign language.
Like, I mind this.
Oh my.
Actually-
Panther. I
I
don't know.
poke you on the shoulder and I wave.
I could be Panther,
Oh, that's a good one.
who is the surrogate mother of Wildebeest. Is Wildebeest a teen? He doesn't look like a teen.
Yeah, it's a different continuity, obviously.
Okay.
He is a teen, and because he's in the Teen Titans later on. But
They really
also,
gotta
I'm realizing that Ravager actually is in Teen Titans Go, and not this one.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool.
Oh, I am obviously not a player, so like I can't fully answer the question. But
Dog, you can be anything you want to be.
if I were playing a character, obviously, the obvious choice is Kid Flash, and I'm already going to make him an NPC because I don't want anyone else to be him. But I would probably do like that. What is his name? Red Star or something, like that Russian guy from that
yeah, Red
episode.
Star.
He's really cool. He's with like the radioactivity powers. Yeah, I like him.
Too bad about him though.
Oh, who are those those birds in the new TV show? Oh yeah, Dove and Hawk.
Who watches the TV
Sounds
show?
I do.
I've never seen them.
I was gonna say that feels like a
Jeez.
Ryan thing.
That was. And
Wow.
listen, they went dark in part of that, man. I don't want to give too much away, but it was pretty intense in one part.
Hmm,
All,
I see.
but you know what? Also, fuck Batman.
Yeah.
Fine. So I get to be Blackfire, and Paul is going to be. Who was your second choice?
Speedy, but also now I'm thinking about Rose Wilson if she's allowed.
That would be a great option. I don't know much about her, but the idea that, I know her concept, and that sounds great.
But Blackfire would be the easiest for me because she's just Starfire's skill set with the personality of a character I would regularly play in Dungeons.
See, that's exactly why it should be someone else.
Yeah, too easy. Also, like, I'd never give up control of Blackfire as an NPC because she's too useful as an NPC.
That's fair.
To be honest.
I could be Mossy Manos.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Eh. That'd be bad. That's
Do you
a
know
bad
Spanish?
idea.
They
That'd be
speak.
bad. They
Yeah.
speak exclusively
Yeah.
Spanish.
That'd be a very bad idea.
Basically, Johnny just like Johnny would be the guy who keeps stumbling into portraying characters that create like some like problematic tension that I have to like try to caution him against.
Yeah, are there any more non-white people that we can get him to
¿Por qué, Josefe?
That's it.
Muito sexy. Menos.
Ryan, what would be your choice?
Oh, I've always kind of liked Superboy in the Young Justice, so potentially
yeah.
Superboy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, yeah, Superboy would be solid. I think he'd have a good relationship with Blackfire.
What?
Ayo.
He's angsty. She's manipulative. They'd get along.
Listen though, Miss Martian.
Yeah, Ms. Martian. Although there's a little bit of that in later season versions of Miss Martian. Like she does have moments where she gets like stupidly in her own head and like very angsty and like I have to do whatever I have to like solve the mission. She gets a little like mind violating,
Yeah.
you know,
No, listen.
sometimes.
The funniest thing I have ever seen in a DC show is still that moment in Young Justice when Miss Martian turns into Black Canary and starts making out with Superboy, and it just zooms out to Black Canary watching it on TV, and then like via camera, and then like the credits roll, like that's the stinger, and it's just like supreme like YouTube poop like shit post energy.
It's like, what?
She's
Like-
extremely disappointed with like
What is what is this Nickelodeon show bullshit?
Whoa, I didn't know that Danny the Street was a member of Teen Titans. That could be Danny the Street.
There is a character who's literally just a street that is sentient in the DC universe.
I remember liking Hotspot, but I forget like how
Hmm.
he acts. He's It's just like
That's okay,
Hotspot,
you're
yeah.
like,
nobody knows.
Well, Hotspot, he had his episode where he ate shit and got captured. And like
I remember that
despite
episode. It was
like
called Hotspotty's Shit, right?
yeah, where despite Robin's like best attempts to keep him like cool-headed and like to get them through the situation like through rationality and clever thinking, Hotspot still fucks it up at the last minute and gets captured and switched out. um and it's just like I remember watching that when I was a kid and being like, this episode is very scary because it's very serious for this, and I'm a child, and it's scary because he gets like vored by the plastic man woman, and also because I was frustrated at him for like not following, like not staying calm enough to survive in that situation. Like, yeah, it was
It's definitely true.
a very dark episode. Very dark episode.
Does Beast Boy change his name when he becomes an adult to Animal Man?
No, there is an Animal Man.
Whose name?
There's a guy. So
Animal.
there's a character named Animal Man so Beast Boy gets the powers of animals because he can turn into animals. Animal Man just can get the power of animals. Now, this can also include, I think it includes a lot of alien animals, and Animal Man is apparently like one of the most powerful like DC like people because he can he gets like some crazy bullshit like, oh, there's this one amoeba that's basically invincible, so I can apply its effects to my skin and be like can fight Superman or some nonsense. I don't know.
There's the water bear, which is technically an animal, like a
Right.
real animal that can swim in
Yeah,
lava.
yeah.
So
I don't
Yeah.
know. Both of their names are Garfield.
Do they have the same last name?
Logan.
No, Animal Man is definitely a different dude because he's not green.
Oh, well, okay,
He's
but is
white.
it possible one of those legacy hero things where Beast Boy is eventually Animal Man or something?
I do not think so, my dude. His name is Animal Man is Bern. I don't know where you're getting your information, Johnny.
I think
because his
they
name
might
is
be two
Bernhard
different people.
Buddy Baker.
I think they might be two different people. He just very briefly calls himself Animal Man, even if they are two different people.
Okay.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
I would like to be Silky.
Oh, that's good.
There we go.
That is good. That is good.
I don't know any of these characters.
Silky is
the
Starfire's worm.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I know that character. I know that guy.
I know him.
Oh, it's some alternate
I know
universe
him.
thing called Titans Tomorrow. Anyway,
Right. Yeah.
sounds
So
stupid.
I think we all got.
I think
We have
everyone
answered the question.
As
so
best
I
as
think
I
we
can.
can. Yep. So I think we can continue on to this episode of Teen Titans Roll. Last time you guys had finished scoping out the heist areas that you are going to steal the last 2 chips from. And now you have the rest of today until you would wait until tonight to when the security is lessened to try to to instigate your plans. So, is there anything you guys would like to do in the meantime before nighttime?
I mean, we scoped out the target locations. Does anybody have anything else they want to do?
Cheeseburgers.
I think
Cheeseburger.
I think we probably would. Yeah, I mean, we got to eat, right?
I will eat a veggie burger.
You got to eat.
I think
You
while
gotta
we're
eat.
eating, I address the team and I'm just like, so we sure we want to do this, right?
We
Why?
can't do nothing.
He is right. We cannot do the nothing.
I mean, we can't get caught. Like, we're gonna go to jail if we get caught.
So what are we supposed to do? Just walk away, shut down, let whatever happens happen?
I would hope that the keepers of authority would understand why we were doing what we were doing.
Yeah, I think we would try and explain. I mean, Robin robbed. He's Robin.
So all
He's robbing all them people. He's snatching your people up.
So if the cops catch us, we said, well, Robin turned evil, so we had to too.
No.
That
No,
sounds
we're not
really
turning
bad.
evil. We're doing this
Yeah, you're telling me.
in order to stop him from. We're trying to catch a bigger bad.
Should we like
It's part of the
maybe
strategy.
What if we talk to law enforcement and get them on our side first, so that we don't have to deal with this?
I mean,
The Slade may have agents in the police force.
one, Slade would know, and two, I don't think they would let us.
Yeah, probably not.
Wait, my non-Starfire brain is processing that plan.
Look, we've got a plan. We should just go with the plan.
I mean, if we could contact the CIA or we haven't heard from them because Robin hadn't heard from them. I think this is our only option.
We must capture the Slade ourselves.
Robin kind of screwed us by leaving.
We must do this, and we won't get caught.
It is imperative that we not be caught.
All right. So we scout out. We've already scouted out. So we wait. Then we get this.
I'm disassembling my cheeseburger and like stacking it in a different order while we're talking.
Yeah, meat on the outside because it's nicer to have the grease like all over your fingers.
Yeah, to get to the strange fluffy bread substance.
I've just been like telekinetically lifting my food and putting it back on the plate.
Cool. So one thing was you guys succeeded at gaining full access, full computer camera access to one of the locations, but not the other. So Cyborg, you will need to try to remotely hack in if you want that kind of access. But if you want to do it without that access, then that's also fine. Basically, the hacking DC would be higher to do it from outside, but you'd still probably succeed with no problem. And it would just make you have a better handle on the facility when you guys do act.
I do like the idea of doing that.
Okay.
Are we planning to all enter? Are we planning to all enter one facility and then another, or are we going to split up? We could work faster than Robin if we split up.
That's true.
I don't want him to beat us.
I think we should split. We can cover more territory, be more impressive.
But there will be trouble for whatever group runs into the Robin.
There'll always be trouble if we run into the Robin.
The Robin.
I fear it is so. The Robin is not my favorite.
Whoever
Robin.
that is gets to distract him from the other ones of us.
We're Robin to stop the Robin.
Do we really have to get both chips, or are we just trying to get one of them?
Yes, we have to get both chips, because then we win.
We win if he doesn't get all of them.
This Slade asked.
He already has one.
Slade asked for
If
all
he
of
gets
the
another,
chips.
he has two. Then we only have one.
We need to stop Robin, and we need to meet Slade's expectations so we can capture him ourselves.
I'm not very good at math, but I know that 2 is bigger than 1.
Nah, bro.
All right.
So how should we split up?
If we don't split up, then that means, well, Robin gets a second chip and we get one. You see, either way, the odds of us getting both chips are less if we only go to one of them.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
splitting up.
I agree.
Meaning,
All right. So you guys do know that one of the facilities or Cyborg, if you don't hack in and get camera access, one of the facilities will be slightly harder to circumvent than the other. Because right now you have the cameras of one facility going on a loop, and they won't detect you, but they could. But the ones on the other one could pick someone up.
Oh, great. We just have 4 of us, don't we? Because we don't have Robin.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
going to say, I could just be the man in the chair in the back, just managing the operation. But
Nah, this is 2 on 2.
yeah, I probably have to go there, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to make the check to see if I can get
Heck.
that.
All right.
That is Arcana, I'm right.
Yep.
Maybe I can get a crew of naked mole rats and we can dig from the underground.
That would be...
Coming up from the underground.
You do that.
I don't know where to find them. They're very elusive. But it's a good idea.
Oh, what? You don't got a spell called Summon Naked Mole Rats?
Do you really want to
Who
challenge
doesn't have
her?
a spell called that?
Don't challenge me.
That's a
If I
33.
find one, I might be able
Okay.
to friend it.
So you manage to hack into the system and get computer or remote access to the camera security system, and you can create it so that when you guys do the mission, it will loop certain things. So it will just be so now the stealth aspect to both groups' missions will just involve you guys avoiding physical detection, like by guards or employees that might still be there at night.
Ooh, yeah.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do or talk about in the meantime?
How do we want to split the party?
Yeah, we need to figure out who's on whose team.
Well, we're all casters, right?
All right, so I'm big and buff, and Starfire's big and buff,
I'm very big and buff.
and Raven can fly, and Starfire can fly. So I think Raven should go with Beast Boy. Wait, Starfire should go with Beast Boy, so that you have 2 big, strong, beefy people together and 2 flyers together.
Team Beef.
Team B. Wait.
And
Technically, Beast Boy can fly too.
oh, yeah, I didn't
That'd
think about that
beef
one.
and tofu.
Am I the only one who can't fly?
Team Beefu.
Beefu.
Maybe
Yes.
you should invent some rocket boosters.
I'm gonna do that. I remember last session I stole some off of
Mhm.
something. I'm re-engineering those.
All right.
Even I can fly at this point.
I hate you all. Wait, how can he fly?
He's got rocket boots.
How does he have rocket boots and I don't have rocket boots?
Because
smarter than
he
you.
because he rolled to develop his. You were at the table
Yeah.
in the hotel when he rolled, like at Paul and Krista's wedding, when he rolled for his Red X suit to see if he got better than the Red X
Performing
one.
the red X suit at my wedding.
Yes.
Well, that's
Technically, it was
just
before
silly.
the wedding, but still.
Yeah, it was before the wedding.
That's just silly. All right.
Yeah, and then you were like, "All right, bye guys. I'm gonna go to a museum like 3 hours away."
1 hour away. Thank you very much. And Rutherford B. Hayes was an excellent man. In my opinion, from the 10 minutes that I looked at a wall chart.
Cool. Okay, so yeah. Now, yeah. So
So they're
if
done.
yeah, if they're done, like, is there something, Robin, that you want to do before tonight?
So my main thing is check the surrounding area because I want to know the best possible escape routes
Okay.
to kind of get away in case I'm found out or chased. Unlike last time when I just appeared on a roof and got mauled.
Right. Okay. So, well, it sort of depends on your point of entry, but you basically you figure out from the exterior of the facilities that there's one point where there's like a grate and that you could pop out of, and there's like alleyways around the buildings that you'll probably have to traverse first. But yeah, you can figure out like a good route of running down certain alleyways and things. If you wanted to get really involved, then you could also look into like how far it is to certain sewer accesses or things like that, if that interests you.
That
Because
or
basically,
subways or
right,
something like that would be great.
yeah. So, that reminds me. There is just like, because like this is the tech sector, it's a busy travel area. It's an area that a lot of people want to exit in order to come from or go to. There is a subway system like underneath it, and the access to it is nearby. It's like a block away, so, or less. So that would probably be a very solid point of exit for you. If And also keep in mind, he wants you
Yeah.
like to outmaneuver these people or like defeat them, is kind of what he implied. So like he wants to prove that you're stronger. So, but now, I mean, you also know that it's the team, so you're
Yeah.
like,
And I got pretty beat up last time, so it's going to be interesting.
yeah. So it's up to you whether or not you want to prove that by defeating them or prove that by getting the chips before them. So yeah.
So I'm going to try and get the chips before them. However, I want to set up the same contingency plan that I talked to you initially about.
Starfire, just so you know, I'm gonna try and stay in my alter ego because if they see a green animal running around, if any of the guards see that, they know it's me.
Me too. I shall remain in character.
Yes. I mean, if I turn into anything, it will be small and hard to see. Like a flea or not a jellyfish. That wouldn't work.
Jellyfish.
He does turn into a jellyfish and fly around in the air in that one episode for some reason.
Doesn't make sense.
What?
I will turn
It's
into a
his
flying
farts.
snake.
You can do that.
Just want to make sure, since last time was rough, I want to set up contingency plans this time.
Okay, cool. So you're setting contingency options along your escape route in case you are pursued. That's perfectly acceptable. All right. Well, if you're doing that now, actually, I would have you roll. Let's see, how involved is this? Fusion plan.
What's that out loud?
No, I know.
According to my equipment, it shouldn't be that much from what we've talked about
Mhm.
with detonating and stuff like that of different things
Okay.
remotely.
Okay. So there's. All right. Well, I'm gonna need you. I can identify 4 unique moving parts.
Mhm.
So because you already have the gadgets, it's not an issue of like creating a trap. It's just an issue of successfully hiding the trap
Mhm.
so that someone doesn't notice it. So I'm going to need you to make 4 separate sleight of hand checks.
Not stealth.
No.
No, I'm just being sarcastic. That's a lot higher though. And you said 4 separate ones?
Yes.
13, 21, 19, and 15. Too low, too high.
Okay. Actually, it's more like 3, so I'll just cut off the last 15.
You can cut off the first one.
Yeah. Are the first 2 things you mentioned like a simultaneous trigger? Is that what I'm getting from this, or are they too?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
All right. Cool. Understood.
yeah. The first thing mentioned triggers the second thing.
Okay, I think I got it, and then there were some other things just involved with what you would be doing during that time, but
Yeah.
I think that's you doing those things. So, all right. So, you got that. Is there anything else you'd like to do this afternoon while you're waiting? Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I mean, I feel like that's going to take me a decent amount of time
Hmm.
because it's probably going to be like after people. So I'll
Yeah.
probably just kind of go over my plan over and over again of how I'm going to go in.
Hmm.
Kind of like what you should do with a heist.
Yeah.
Make contingency plans as you go. Figure out what I would do if something that what goes wrong.
Just methodically consider how you're going to destroy your friends.
And
Yeah.
catch Slade.
It's amazing how much like Batman you are.
Mm.
I can't hear you. I'm not there.
It's probably for the best.
Okay. So, all right. Well, if there's nothing else that either group wants to do before tonight, then we can fast forward to that point. Does that sound good?
Yay!
Sounds good.
All right. So, fast forwarding to tonight, you guys all wait, and eventually the district starts to clear out. Now, this is pretty late into the night because places like this, they could be open, as late as 9 or 10. So it's more like when all of this kind of starts to go down would probably be at the most dead point, and that would be like early morning. So it's like 2 in the morning, and you guys are finally agree that enough of the guards have gone home for their shift. There's a minimal security outfit. I will just need the groups that are infiltrating to roll stealth checks because one group of the Titans is going to one building, and then one group is going to the other building, and then Robin is going to one of those 2 buildings. It doesn't really matter which one since they're pretty much identical um, for the purposes of this, but it's going to be stealth checks in order to get in. And if you have any abilities or things that you want to use, feel free
I will
to
pass.
do that.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace on me and Starfire.
Cool.
Nice.
Which one of us should roll?
I think, do we both roll?
Yeah, how
It would be both, yeah.
Okay.
Both roll, because if one of you gets really, really bad, then
What is
it could.
Cast without a trace gives you plus 10 to it, right?
Yep.
Okay, my dex is
Yeah.
+7, so
I have advantage on stealth.
that's a 20. Oof.
Ooh,
For Starfire.
Mm.
That's
could have been
good.
bad.
I'm glad those bonus points came in. I rolled
Do we
Yeah.
add our dex? Is that how it works?
Yeah, it's dexterity. If you don't have a stealth bonus, then it's just your dexterity bonus.
It's 28 for Beast Boy.
28 for me.
5 for Raven.
Yeah.
Ooh,
The
okay.
question
I
is,
had
at,
nothing to
Oh.
help me.
at what point do we cast invisibility?
Well, that can be included in this attempt. So
Well, I already have
that-
advantage from my dampening field, so I'll just take the
Okay.
advantage.
all right. If Cyborg, you're going in with Raven, right?
I
You
believe so.
cast
Would
invisibility
Misty
on
stuff
Raven?
help me?
No.
Okay, then I got nothing.
Yeah, best time. I mean, I could cast invisibility on Raven if she wants.
You probably should.
You absolutely should.
All
I
right,
would be fine with that.
I take off the little device and I chuck it to Raven. I'm like, here, press the blue button.
Cool. I pressed the blue button.
She turns
All right.
invisible.
Yeah.
Yay!
Cloaking shield.
Da, 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 da.
And I float,
Yep.
so you know.
Yeah. So and then Cyborg, you said you have advantage because of what? Some infusion?
My dampening field, which is a part of my infiltrator armor.
Okay, cool. So yeah, go ahead and roll that.
That's a 14, buddy.
Oh, that's not good.
That's
Oh no.
superior.
All right. Well, you gave your invisibility to Raven because she really needed it. Hopefully, okay. And Robin got a 30. Very cool.
Oh, Robin.
So,
Damn.
We
all
are,
right.
we are stealth masters.
Question. Do you want to decide which group is going where? Like, say, group 1 and group 2, and I'll pull my headset off so I don't know which group is going where, and then I'll
Very
pick a
cool.
number?
Yes, basically. Go ahead and
Okay.
take off your
Taking
headset,
it off.
and I'll message the group when you can come back. Okay, so basically, I think it'd be fair to determine which one Robin is going to based off of a D4 roll. And you know what? I won't tell which one of you is which
Yeah.
group either. Which I guess he didn't need to leave for, but whatever, it works fine.
It's good.
So-
The less time with that guy, the better.
It's getting kind of creepy.
He's already doing the apprentice working against us without even being controlled by Slam.
Okay, so that is a 3. All right. So, all right, let me message him.
I'm like, what's Joey rolling for?
I don't know what that means. Are we supposed to know what that means?
No, we're not. He's
Okay.
rolling
No,
for his
you're not.
own benefit, deciding who's going into which building, so who's going to run into who.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think if there's a way to solve this problem with drugs.
Oh boy, there probably always is.
If you take enough hallucinogenics, you can imagine that we defeated Slade.
We'll just force feed drugs to Robin, and then he'll hallucinate that he defeated Slade, and then he won't want to fight him anymore.
And there'll be
Listen, there's an episode like
his
that.
We
life.
do have lots of drugs left.
He'll just chill out.
There is an episode like that. Except it's the opposite.
Yeah, there is an episode like that. You're right. What Slade is like his mask has like gas in it or something that
Oh,
keeps making
yeah.
Robin hallucinate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So all right. So okay, so you guys are sneaking into your respective buildings. We'll start with the first building that Cyborg and Raven are sneaking into.
So, Booyah!
For your stealth checks, you guys, you know the place, so like you have a great visual on the place because of your access to the security cameras,
Okay.
and they don't. For them, the security cameras just look like there's no one there. You sneak into this facility, and well, basically you're also like you're able to like get like you have access to the security codes, so you can like make one of the doors like pop open, like one of the electronically locked doors like pop open. And you would have arranged that for both of the places that you've hacked into, so that's the case for everyone. So you guys basically, both groups will just sneak into like a back employee door that you would typically be locked with like an access code or a keycard scan. You guys just go in. Now the first group, you guys are walking up to the back, and you know, Cyborg, you're doing like you're like rolling and like ducking behind things
Dun, dun.
and like tiptoeing and stuff. And you look and you notice that Raven is just like floating there, glum face, like in the middle of everything. Like, you know, she's her own person and she doesn't let anything influence her. And you're like, okay, maybe take this thing, and so she turns invisible.
Wait, are they
And
in
so
their,
that's
in their disguises? Their villain sonas?
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
I am Megatron.
So she's like a creepy, beautiful like girl in the sundress, just floating around like
With
the
a big pink
like
hat.
yeah, floating around like some horror like person, like in The Ring or whatever.
me.
And so, but now she's invisible and you're sneaking in, and so you get in with no issue. And you make your way through the building to the room that has the chip in it. You find this laboratory, and there's all sorts of experiments going on in there and things like that. And you see the chip, it's suspended in another one of those like floating areas, like the last one. It's a green chip, and it's there. Are you going to go up and take it?
Megatron is suspicious.
I'm gonna check for traps.
All right. Go ahead and roll perception. Yeah. So to check for traps for either of you, it'll be perception or investigation.
How do you determine that again? I'm sorry.
So perception for you is going to be your wisdom modifier plus proficiency modifier because you're proficient in skill. You
Okay.
don't have the investigation skill. I don't. Yeah, no. So it's your intelligence modifier.
Wait, it's intelligence and not wisdom?
Yes. For investigation. Investigation. Now here's the thing.
What about perception?
For traps, perception is applicable, but like for certain kinds of traps. Like if there's a big guillotine that's going to fall down from the ceiling, that's the kind of thing that perception helps you with. There's a subtle like if there's like a subtle reactive like trip wire that'll set off an alarm, that's the kind of thing that investigation will get you for. So it's like Cyborg, you could do investigation to like try to determine like if I take this chip out of the thing, will it trigger a silent alarm or a loud alarm or whatever.
Right. So when I roll this, just to be clear, I'm just adding intelligence and that's it.
If you're doing investigation.
I'm checking
Yes.
for traps, so
Okay.
you tell me what that is.
Well, like I said, it depends on the kind of traps you're looking for.
All of them. Any trap.
Okay.
I check
I'll
for
just
electronics traps while she checks for physical and magical.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Well,
What
then
am-
why
what
don't
am I
you
rolling?
roll perception?
32.
Okay. There are no big physical hazards, no things that would bonk you on the head from the ceiling, or like any panels that look suspiciously loose, like a gun turret would pop out of them and shoot at you. So you know that you guys are good in that regard, and now it's just up to Cyborg to see if there's anything more subtle with the going on with like the containment field.
I rolled a 26.
All right. So, there is, of course, some aspect of like, break glass and alarm goes off to this containment field. However, you think you could disable that with no problem. Go ahead and roll, um, I would say, an Arcana check to hack the system, like with like a thumb drive input in order to open it, like bypass security
Got it.
code.
That is a 21.
Okay, a 21. That is good, and you get the chip, and you guys turn around, happy that you've gotten the chip. And you turn around and you look at the door, and there is a guy there. There's a security guard who is like lifting a donut to his mouth, and he has like a cup of coffee, and he's just standing there blankly looking at you for a second, and then you and then he like slowly like he drops the donut to the ground, and then he starts to move like to like to try to run away, and then we'll switch to the other group. All right, so the other group,
Team Bifu.
Robin, yeah. So Robin, you're sneaking in there, no issue. You are like sneaking along the air vents, or you have your invisibility thing, so you'd be able to not be detected by the cameras. So, do you want to go that route?
How long does the invisibility do it? I
like
think
the
I'm going to
usual
sneak
spell.
first. I'm going to try and sneak in before I have to drop into invisibility, I think.
Okay.
So probably air ducts if I can.
All right, so you're sneaking through the air ducts to the location in question. You're investigating the area in order to find. You have a good idea of where the room is, but you're still just moving through the ducts to find it. So, Beast Boy and Starfire, you guys are also sneaking in. You sneak in through the back door that Cyborg has opened for you. And let's see what we rolls again. 20 and 28. That's pretty good. So you guys are sneaking through. You're in your disguises, right? You're not like in any animal forms or anything.
Yeah, I am in a pink onesie, full bodysuit
And
with
morph suit.
antenna.
And I'm wearing a concealing large trench coat along with a ski mask in order that I might be Gargnar's Roar, which is a name that I didn't think I would be carrying for 4 episodes.
Yeah. It's basically one of those names that like legitimately like makes an entry in the Wikipedia page as like an alternate name or an alias because like in parentheses. So all right, so it has its own entry and everything. So you guys are sneaking through with no issues. You basically through your stealth, you guys, you hear some like a guard walking around at one point, but you quickly like duck into like a maintenance closet and watch them pass, and so you know kind of where they are, and you sneak past once they've gone, and you guys make your way to the room that has the chip in it. It's like a laboratory. It's like a back room, and so you make your way in to this room. And you see there's all sorts of experiments being run. There's these computers that are running a bunch of numbers in this place. And there's also like lots of like display models for like a Porsche with a gun on it, the gun turret, and like a bunch of weird things like that that you probably think most people have no business owning. Um, and there are a bunch of things like that in the room, but there's also this one area with a chip, and it is floating in sort of this field like the first chip that you guys had. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast Find Traps.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
yeah, I
all
believe
right.
it is like a 120-foot range, and it just
Now that
um
yeah. Now this is one of those spells that people have sort of controversy about because it can be there are certain applications of it that are sort of useless, but let me finish.
yeah, I
Okay.
don't know exactly how this would
Right.
translate into
So,
technological traps, but it's like
well, yeah.
we're finding magical traps
I-
in D&D.
Yeah, I imagine it kind of like the stimulants in Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil 7, where you can
Oh,
just like
yeah.
sort of see
It's
them
like, oh, there's an
silhouetted
item there,
everywhere.
there's
Yeah.
an item there, there's
Right. So you sense the presence of any trap within range that is within line of sight. A trap, for the purpose of this spell, includes anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect you consider harmful or undesirable, which was specifically intended as such by its creator. Thus, the spell would sense any area affected by the alarm spell, a glyph of warding, or a mechanical pit trap, but it would not reveal a natural weakness in the floor, an unstable ceiling, or a hidden sinkhole.
Okay.
This spell merely reveals the trap is present. You don't learn the location of each trap, but you do learn the general nature of the danger posted by a trap you sense.
So
it's a
security
little
devices.
vague.
So security devices and things set up by Robin was what I would.
Yeah, I think
that
it
was.
says this is basically like not anything like unstable that like
Mhm.
you might accidentally fall,
Yeah.
but it's like
Now
anything intentionally placed to hurt you.
Mhm. Yes. Now the thing with that though is it also says it does not
You don't learn the location
the
of
spell
each trap.
you don't learn the location exactly. You get a but you learn the general nature of the danger of the trap you
That's strange.
sense.
How can
There's
it be helpful
also
though if you don't know where
right,
it is?
I know. Basically, the sense of the general danger is probably something like, "Oh, I feel like there's going to be like a sharp object coming towards me." So then you could look around for like a big axe swinging from the ceiling or something. But there's another part of this that is another reason why people find this to be a little bit underwhelming of a spell, which is within range that is within line of sight. So people have talked before about how this spell could be easily circumvented by say there is a dart gun, like an automatic like little dart gun crossbow bolt mechanism thing in the like corner of like a room. You'd be able to detect that that was there. But if there was a little like poison dart mechanism thing that would shoot at you, but before it shoots at you, it's hidden behind like a panel of wood that pulls back from a mechanism first, then that's not within line of sight. So like this spell is just a little like it gives you a vague sense that there are traps and a little bit of a clue about the kind of danger you're facing.
Can I offer one objection, and which you can shoot down?
Sure.
I in my interpretation, line of sight would mean like within your hypothetical range of vision, not necessarily something you can see, but within your line of sight, like
Well,
where your
if
eyes
something
would go. Yeah.
no,
Just within
because
120 feet, like in that range. Like if you could
well,
look in that area, I don't know.
well, the problem with that is that if there are spells that require line of sight to cast the like there are abilities that require line of sight in order to target like a creature, for instance.
Okay. Yeah.
If a creature is invisible, then they are not considered within line of sight for you to target them with that ability.
Isn't the point of a trap that it is out of sight, though?
Yeah, because this is a
Yeah.
detection spell. It's different from like an attack spell.
Well, if you cast a spell, because you might not be thinking about all these facets of the spell as Beast Boy, right? You just know, oh, I have this cool spell. It's find traps. That could be useful. You will get certain vibes from certain objects in this room, and I can tell you what those are. So, are you casting the spell?
Yes.
All right. So, you immediately get this strange vibe from the. You get this sensation like you guys have probably been shot at before, either by spells or enemies with guns. You get this sensation like if you move too close to the chip, or if you fiddle with the chip in an unsecure way, you are about to be shot at. Now, you look around the room and you say, what things are out in the open that would shoot at us? And you see, well, there's that turret on top of the of that fancy Porsche that is just there and you think is inactive. But that is something that you can see, and now you realize could potentially become active if you uh if you're not careful.
Okay, so I poke Starfire on the shoulder, and I'm just like, so there's some type of gun trap, and if we get closer and try and mess with the chip, something's gonna happen, but I don't know how to stop it.
How do we take the chip? Looking at my spells.
I don't know how to disable traps. I point out the Porsche gun. I was like, I don't trust that.
Yeah, I have weird vibes about getting riddled with bullets, and that thing has bullets.
Jeez. So is there like a field around the chip?
Well, so it's being suspended like in that like one of those like fields of light that you saw from the first one.
Okay. I'm gonna ask a weird question.
Sure.
How far in are we?
Sex joke.
Actually, didn't
How
think
far
of it.
in are you? So basically, you're in the you're not too far. You're probably like 10 feet away from like this field, and you're in a large like floor, a large part of the building that is like a laboratory, but it's also like a very wide like open, like almost like a warehouse, like with lots of things there, various vehicles in different areas of the building. But you know you're up you're nearing this area where the chip is. There's nothing particularly fancy or like a lot of machinery around the chip, so you don't see like anything obscuring the chip. It's just the field itself, which is about like a couple, maybe like a foot wide field that the chip is like a pillar of light that the chip is hovering in and rotating in.
I'm just thinking, is there a way, like, could I get, like, how far away is the nearest exit?
Okay, so the nearest exit is so there are air vents that go all around this like facility, but there is a door. The nearest exit that you can see is the fact that there is a closed like loading bay door, like a door that would open for like a truck to pull up to the back of and like load off like a vehicle or crates or whatever. Now it's closed and it's probably locked, but I mean, it's your Starfire, like you could probably blow through that.
Is it
if you
like,
wanted to.
how far away is it though?
I would say it's about 70 feet.
Also, okay. Also, is the sorry to ask all these questions. I'm just trying to formulate a plan here. So the item, the chip being suspended, is this like? Do we get the implication that this suspension is coming from, like some sort of electronic generator? above or below it?
If you look up, then you can follow the light. Then you do see that there is an origin point of light, like above, like at the ceiling, and the ceiling is probably one of those high, like warehouse ceilings, so probably like 120 feet. Yeah, some well, yeah, like like 60 feet up in the air. That whatever light is causing this to be suspended, it is coming from an origin point up near the ceiling.
Beast Boy, I have the wild plan. Tell me if you can think of any problems.
What is it?
I will go up there and I will heat the metal of that generator, and you can take the chip. And then, whether or not the alarm goes off, I will take you and I will fly out of this building.
That's okay. Joey, I have a question.
Mhm.
I don't know if I would get this from my spell or whatnot, but did I get any type of sense that it was motion activated, or like, do I get any sense of how it would trigger? Is it like
Unf-
a range or a motion?
Unfortunately, from what I understand, based off of my reading of the spell, you just know that there is a trap.
There is a trap. I don't know how it's gonna go off. I can't make like I'm not gonna succeed on it, but I can't make like an intelligence check or something.
Actually, here's it says the spell would sense an area affected by the alarm spell, a glyph of warding, or a mechanical pit trap. So it would affect the area. So a little bit of that aspect of like that feeling of getting riddled with bullets does kind of have an aura, reverberate from the pillar of light that the thing is floating in. So
Okay.
I would say that
So
that
my inference
conclusion.
is I think that if I put my hands in there, I will get shot
Mhm.
at.
But
Yes.
if I deactivate the pillar of light by heating metal,
I think that's a good plan.
do we want to do that?
I can throw some smoke around too, just to create some.
Make it theatrical.
Yes.
I hope that Robin is not giving Cyborg and Raven too much trouble.
Meanwhile, so Robin, by this point, about when they start to implement this plan, you are crawling around in the ducts, and you peer through one of the things, and um, you see. Well, basically, last time you were able to figure out who people were, even the very covered ones, based off of the disguises that were just extremely easy to see through.
Right.
Like, you saw Cyborg dressed as Megatron and was like, "That's Cyborg," and you saw Raven in pre-makeup, and you were like, "That's clearly Raven." And so you could determine based off of the height differential that the person in the ski mask and the trench coat was very likely Starfire, and the person in the morph suit was obviously Beast Boy. Um, and you peer through and you see those two in here, and they're talking. And then I guess as you're watching, based off of what they've said, Starfire goes and to fly up to the source of the field, and Beast Boy is waiting down at the bottom.
I think he shot smoke everywhere, right?
Oh yeah, have you shot smoke everywhere?
Yeah, I wait for her to go up there, and then I
Mhm.
throw a smoke ball. Like it's a 20-foot radius, so like
A
how
smoke ball?
big is
Wait,
the smoke?
wait. Where did you get that?
Oh, okay, it's not a smoke ball. It's a fog cloud. Spell
Oh,
one.
fog cloud.
I was gonna say,
spell.
where'd you
Okay.
get a smoke
Fog
ball?
cloud. It's not.
Well, I was really gonna ask because I was wondering, wait, did he get like I was
I stole
forgetting,
Robin's.
if he, yeah,
No. I am
no, you're casting the fog cloud. Okay,
and I called it a smoke ball. I'm sorry.
no, it does the same effect, so you're good.
How big is the room?
Oh, it's big,
Oh,
so
it's
don't worry
big,
about
big,
it.
big.
Yeah, it's super big.
Okay.
It's like a Walmart back area loading center, almost.
How big is a fog cloud?
It's the 20-foot radius thing, like your smoke pellets.
Okay. How far am I from the outskirts of this?
Well, you're up in the vents, so you're about, I said 60 feet in the air.
Okay. I want to try and get down without being
Alright.
seen.
All right.
So probably use my grappling hook and go invisible.
All right. So you cast invisibility, and now you've got to open the grate. So that's the only thing that could potentially make sound. So go ahead and roll stealth.
16. Man, I rolled 30 earlier, now 16.
Okay. What are well, y'all are kind of actively looking around and trying to do things. So I will say, go ahead, you two, and roll perception checks because you're already trying to like keep a lookout for guards and traps and things like that.
Roll low.
Beast Boy.
Jeez,
Okay.
right away.
Starfire.
Question
Okay.
though, is Beast Boy in the fog cloud?
I haven't thrown one yet in the because I didn't specify.
Right.
I was going to. Didn't specify where I
Yeah.
threw it.
That's fair enough. And basically, for those rolls,
Because
I will say,
I was meaning to wait until he threw the fog cloud. I thought he had
okay,
already done
well,
It's a little bit of a
yeah,
risk.
no,
question.
yeah, well, you don't know that he's going to throw.
Well,
to
I
cast
thought
a
you had
fog
said he
cloud.
already cast it. That's
Well,
why I knew where the fog cloud
I was going to. I just didn't say where, so I was trying to decide where to throw it.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, that's
so
where I'm
we'll
confused.
say that those things haven't happened quite yet, but because of these two rolls, Starfire starts proceeding with the plan, like expecting Beast Boy to do the same thing at the same time. So you start casting heat metal on this projector up at the ceiling. All right, so you start doing that, and it starts to turn red hot, and it starts blinking and like sparking. And but right before you do fog cloud, Beast Boy, there's like a sound, like, and you look up at the ceiling, like a grate, like, and you see like a grate pop open and then like rattle a bit, and then you hear like the sound. I mean, I'm assuming you've got the damage mitigation for this drop, Robin.
I was going to use a grappling hook.
Oh, okay. So you're lowing down with a grappling hook.
Yeah.
Okay. And so it's your item, so it's invincible. You start to hear like this sound, like this like some sort of mechanical whirring, like getting closer from the ceiling, like where that vent like opened up.
Okay. I alert Starfire. I say, "Hey, trouble!" And I throw a smoke bomb.
Fog cloud.
Yeah, yes. I throw fog cloud.
Is this
Yes, in the area where the chip is it? Do I hear? Is the grate like above the chip?
I don't think it's directly above the chip, but it's like near the area where you guys.
I want to throw it into that area.
Okay. All right. So that would include probably you and the chip and the area around there. However, because of things have already started to move because of the casting of heat metal, the projector quickly blinks out and cracks, and the light falls, and so the chip falls to the ground, although it is quickly obscured by the fog cloud. Now, the thing you guys didn't take into account, you assumed, oh, motion activated, so if we destroy the projector, then the trap won't activate it. activate. Well, no, it's like any fiddling or violation of the mechanism that is protecting the chip. If it fails in any way, it activates the subroutine.
Oh, jeez.
So, so at this point, the fog starts enveloping the area with Beast Boy in it and the chip, and you start to like descend into that fog cloud. But before you do, you turn and look, and you see the lights turn on the Porsche, and this voice activation goes like, it's like security, it's like road security vehicle activated. And the turret goes, but then you descend into the cloud. Now, it still knows that there is an individual in the area, in the proximate area of the field. So the turret starts lets loose, it's like a minigun, and it just and it starts firing into the area of the smoke cloud. Now it's going to have disadvantage to hit anyone.
It's going to destroy the
chip. Well, the chip is a small object and it's on the ground, so it might not hit the chip.
I don't want to
shooting thousands of bullets.
I don't want to interrupt your very long sentence full of a lot of commas, but should we be in initiative?
Yeah, at this point, now it is initiative. So go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay. I was like, oh, we're gonna start arguing about who does it first. So, so this is for Starfire, 26.
Okay.
Plus 4 for Beast Boy is an 8 for Beast Boy.
17 for Robin.
Oh yeah, that's very reasonable. I like this person's homebrew for a minigun. We'll use that. All right. Okay. So
Wait, this is Teen Titans. There can't be guns. Kids watch them. They don't use guns. They use laser blasters.
yeah, it's something between a laser blaster and like a bullet gun thing.
What do you think this is? Batman the fucking animated series?
Yes.
Well, all I'll say is, yeah, well, there will be guns eventually. Now this is close to a gun. Yeah, whatever.
We killed somebody already.
Yeah, there are guns. Listen, just because you guys never went to the areas with guns in the show doesn't mean you don't
I like
hit
the
them.
implication that there's lots of guns in the world of Teen Titans, but that it just coincidentally no one ever was near any of them.
Yeah. Like, listen, this is America. They're like, just because people use laser guns because there are supervillains and stuff doesn't mean they don't still like their good old fucking
This is the episode where
kinetic
Beast Boy
bullets.
gets shot.
I know.
Yeah.
Just get the Beast Boy, everybody.
Yeah. Honestly,
He
this
gets
is a
the slug
minigun.
in the
So,
head.
yes.
Just so the listeners at home know, we're rolling. We're both Beast Boy and I are both using the same laptop, which is why I'm announcing
Because
both of our
my
initiatives.
computer got destroyed by hot chocolate from my cat.
Oh no!
Did you not know about that?
Actually, I think that's recorded.
I did know about that.
I think we didn't.
It's recorded somewhere.
It wasn't clearly stated in one of the episodes. Just before the session started, my cat dumped an entire cup of hot cocoa on it.
It was very tragic.
It was very traumatic. I was very mad, and
Okay.
yeah, I still haven't got a new computer, or I haven't got it. I want to take it to a place to see if it's damaged or not. Anyways,
back to the plot.
Let me do a roll for this thing. Yeah, I'm pretty much inventing a turret on the spot, by the way. So.
Well, yeah, we can give you a minute.
Okay.
Would it help if I went to the bathroom right now? Do you need that?
Bathroom break.
No, I've almost got it. But if you need to go, you can go.
I'll just go on my.
Nice.
Actually, now I'm gonna go. Sorry.
First the initiative order. First the bath.
Okay. So, Starfire, you heat this thing and it blinks out, and then the fog cloud goes up below, and you turn and look as this car revs to life and the turret starts moving. what would you like to do?
Okay, so just so I'm clear on what I'm witnessing,
Yes.
So I have no indication of Robin being here, right?
You do not yet. No.
Okay,
Well, I
and
did tell you there was trouble.
so he did he warn me?
I think he probably yelled. You yelled that there's trouble.
I said, heads up,
Right.
there's trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. So, okay,
So
fair.
you probably don't know what trouble I was talking about.
Where is the fog cloud? Is Beast Boy in the fog cloud?
And then a turret came to life.
Yes.
Is the chip in the fog cloud?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what I am going to do? Okay, actually,
Shoot the gun.
no. Well, oh yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
Shoot the gun.
Actually, so the first question, that's not what I was going to do, but that might actually be a good idea.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, I might have to go with my first instinct because it's a character. Where is the? Do I see where the turret is shooting?
It has not yet begun to fire.
It has not yet begun to fire.
Yeah, it's aiming. Yeah, it's aiming right now.
Okay. I am going to. Now I got to think about if I would destroy that turret. Because that kind of makes sense. No, that wasn't the original plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly down into the fog cloud, and I'm going to cast Greater Invisibility on Beast Boy.
Can you
Okay.
touch me in the fog cloud? Do you need to touch me? 'Cause I'm already obscured.
No, you are obscured. That's true. Let me see if, because if I can't do that, then I will have to do something else.
Now he hasn't moved yet, so you know his last location.
Yeah, would I have to roll or anything? How would we do that mechanically?
I think that if you just fly down to his last location, then you could bump into him. And
Yeah,
touch
I think
him.
I'm going to fly down, cast Greater Invisibility on him, and I'm trying to remain in the fog cloud with him, but also put myself between him and the turret.
Aww.
So does that all
Okay.
work?
Yeah, I would say that all works.
Okay, and that is an action, and I think that will be my turn. Wait,
Okay.
actually, if I still have movement, do I?
You would still have movement.
Wait, I still have a lot
You'd
of
have-
movement. Okay, what kind of action?
Yeah, like 60 feet.
What kind of action is it to lift a person up?
Is it
I mean, yeah, typically it's half movement, but I've ruled in the past that Starfire's strength threshold is high enough to where it's not really dragging rules.
Okay, then if it's allowed, I would like to pick up Beast Boy and fly as far towards the exit as. Wait, no, we still need the chip. Fuck. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry,
you
this
still-
turn is
you
so
still need-
multi-fragmented.
Yeah, no problem.
Then in that case,
I'm gonna grab that chip.
yeah, but your turn. Well, I don't know about initiative. Fuck. Isn't it great to do PvP in a podcast? Yeah, I'm putting myself between Beast Boy and the gun, and I'm making him invisible. And do I see the chip? Is it right next to my feet conveniently or anything like that?
No, it would have been about 5 or 10 feet away, and now it would have dropped probably where it was suspended. So it would probably be on the ground there, but it would be an active perception check to find it and to fumble around in the mist to get it.
And I don't suppose I would be allowed to, after this, do a perception check, pick up Beast Boy, carry him to where the chip is, and then pick up the chip, right?
Please, it's fine.
No.
It's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
I would make probably any one of those things in action.
No, that's completely valid. I'm just trying my best.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I can handle myself on my own. I can pick up a chip.
But
As
listen-
long as-
Very good.
Listen, you're small and fragile and squishy, though.
I can
It's
turn
true.
into a big creature.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, now it is Robin's turn. Robin, you've descended into a fog cloud. You just heard the intense Superman landing of Starfire go doosh, into the area, the relatively same area. The mist actually kind of shifts just slightly, but not enough to dissipate. and you know that the turret has started aiming in the general direction of all of you guys. So what would you like to do? You are invisible.
Do I know the general area that the chip might have fallen?
You know that it would have fallen where the where it from directly below where it was suspended. It might have bounced slightly, but that doesn't not crazy. It would have just like clattered to the ground mostly. So it would probably you'd have to do an investigation or a perception check to find it in that area.
Wouldn't it be a disadvantage?
It would be at disadvantage because you don't have line of sight on it.
Okay.
You're
I'd
you're
to
feeling around for it.
Well, and also the fog cloud, right?
I'd like to
Yeah, the fog cloud.
move. Yeah, I'd like to move over there and do an investigation check.
Mm-hmm. All right, investigation check at disadvantage. Okay, that is
14.
a 14. I would say this would be at least mid-tier difficulty, so I'm at least making the DC a 15. So that would not succeed.
That's okay.
So you get to the area and you start like shifting around, like feeling on the ground for it, but you're Velma looking for her glasses right now. You haven't found it. So yeah.
Then I would like to use a key point and bonus action dodge.
Okay. Smart.
And can I dodge while I'm laying down?
No,
That's double disadvantage. It can't really give me double disadvantage.
Yeah.
So I'll just dodge.
All right, so you then take the dodge action. You're ready to move. Now, unfortunately, I've determined that this is going to be a dexterity saving throw. So now it's the gun. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw as the gun fires into the cloud in a wide spray.
Could I argue for invisible people to do it with advantage? Not knowing the gun's mechanism or how it senses, I'm just throwing that out there.
I mean, it's
yes, I understand that. I already had decided what it was going to be. It's like a save to get hit by this. It's not like an attack roll. So
it's just machine gunning the whole area, probably.
Yeah, it is a wide spread. It probably wouldn't have done individual targets even if you guys were visible.
Is a +7. Is that yours too?
Yeah.
Is your save different than your?
I don't know.
No, it would just be normal for you.
So this is Starfire, and then that's a 26 for Starfire, 18 for Beast Boy.
Okay, and then what was yours, Ryan? 13. So, all right. So the 18 and the 13 are failures. Its DC is 20. It is a military grade weapon. Yes, you can.
Woo.
Yeah, you can use luck.
So I roll again, right?
Yeah.
Also, are you taking into account the fact that I'm standing between him and the gun?
Sure.
Sorry, I'm just trying to win, you know.
Yeah. I'll say it's half damage.
That's less.
Okay.
So.
All right. So, basically everyone takes half damage in this situation because you are actively standing in front. Now, some of the bullets do like ping past you or zip past you, but it's a less full impact for Beast Boy. And then Robin has evasion, so when he fails, he takes half damage. So everyone is taking half of the damage, and this is going to be the damage, which is going to be 4d10, which is 26 damage, piercing damage.
And question, is this non-magical damage?
It is, yes.
So I also have resistance to it with mine.
Yeah.
So cut that in half again.
Yeah. So you basically, you shift, you dodge really fast. These human weapons are not incredibly high velocity to you. And you manage to push Beast Boy back a little bit, but some of the bullets do gray, like one of the bullets does like nick your arm, and that is pretty devastating because it's a gun. So, but yeah, it's half of 26. So
Beast Boy's been shot.
yeah,
Fucking shot.
I'm shot.
so you take 13 damage. You get it halved twice, Robin, because you're resistant to piercing damage. So that'll be halved again to 7. Wait, yeah, it rounds up.
Gotcha.
So 7 points of damage. Now, however, I'm going to need you to roll. I'm going to need you to roll Constitution, like maintaining a spell. It's just to determine whether or not your equipment survives the damage taken, like for
What
that
are you referring
before.
to?
I'm referring to the invisible Robin and his now the modifier might have been different, but that's still not good enough. You have to get a 10. Right? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if the suit itself has to.
So yeah, I didn't even think about it. So I am just gonna go off of the roll, and that is not high enough, unfortunately, for the minimum requirements for maintaining concentration. So you get hit, and it doesn't hurt you as bad because of you're basically wearing like heavily reinforced armor, but the invisibility function does blink out, and like you start to become visible again. Now you're in a fog cloud, so you're not yet visible, but your invisibility does start to fade. Like you can see your hand in front of you and stuff. You're like, oh, that's not good.
Gotcha.
All right, so Beast Boy, it is now your turn.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to use my bonus action to turn into a giant bat, which would be mockingly ironic if Robin could see me, because I'm trying to one up him as his mentors, whatever.
You know he's here, and so you're like, you fucker.
But you're also, you're a large invisible bat.
But also, I can see with echolocation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Blind sight 60 feet, fly speed 60 feet. I can see where that chip is with my chirping.
Yeah. You can detect a tiny object in that area, and so you know that is most likely the chip.
I'm gonna go and grab it with my bat feet or my bat teeth, whichever I can manage.
Okay. So now, Robin, there's like a disturbance in the mist, like this, like as these big wings start to push the mist away. You can't see that because it's invisible, but
Question
yes.
though, since I have a thermal imaging in my mask,
Okay.
can I see a large thermal imaged bat in front of me?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
thermal is heat. He can see.
I hate him.
Yeah, he can see.
So he can
There's
see the bat.
technology in this world that sort of mitigates the benefits of magic a little bit. But yes,
So he can
you
tell
do
that
see
I'm-
the large bat. Yeah. There is basically, you see this huge like red and orange and like yellow like figure of a bat, and you're like, holy shit, is Man-Bat here? That's scary. And it moves down, and it and then it starts to fly upward away after you figure probably grabbing the chip. Now you can see it, so you do get an attack of opportunity against it.
So, question: can I use an X?
It's
During attack
it's
of
only a
opportunity.
melee attack. So anything that is a melee
Okay, yeah,
attack that is an X, you could, but it not a ranged thing.
Okay, let's go. Let's see. That's a 12.
Will that hit the bat?
Armor class 13 of a giant bat.
Oh, nope.
it lulled me into a false sense of security by giving me like big numbers at the beginning of the game.
Yeah. Okay. So unfortunately, you try to swipe at the bat, but it flies away. Are you flying up to the ceiling or what?
Yeah.
All right.
We don't have a hole to go through.
Where's the hole?
Well, I want to make the hole. I'm gonna make the hole.
Can you can't see me.
You can't see people you turn invisible, can you?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm
She
gonna
might
make
have
a.
saw like a puff of smoke of something moving through the.
Well, I'm gonna
pod.
make a hole, and you're just gonna have to fly through
Yeah.
it.
Gross.
Time to go.
That's totally inappropriate. We're married.
All right, it's your turn now, Starfire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So Beast Boy
Now,
has.
I will say that the wingspan of the big bat, it has probably made a sufficient amount of wind to have dissipated the fog cloud. So you just left Robin there in a fucked situation.
Well, I don't even know Robin's here, right?
You don't yet, but now the fog cloud will dissipate and
It's
you will
okay.
see
He
him.
left us in a fucked situation before.
Let Beast Boy say fuck. Yeah, I think that my next move, seeing that Beast Boy is invisible and clearly doesn't appear to be dead full of bullet wounds, my next move is going to be flying as hard into that dock entry door as I can and just pounding straight through it.
There's a moment where, because of the invisible wings of this huge bat, the fog cloud is dispelled, and there's a moment with the wind rushing around both of you. Your Red X, you put up your hand to like kind of block the wind instinctively, and your cape is flapping around wildly in the wind. And you look and you see Starfire there, also now in the wind, her hair blown in the wind, and now you see her hair, her short hair. She's cut her hair, and then Starfire, you just burst. There's a moment where like you guys are both looking at each other, but then you realize what's important in the moment. You have to get out of here and help Beast Boy get out. So you like blitz towards the door. And I'll say, this door being what it is, you just like literally like rip through it, like no attack necessary, and you just rip a big hole in it.
Yeah, I rip a huge hole in it, and I use my full movement to get a good distance away, where I then, just to be safe, as I'm flying, cast greater invisibility on myself, and wait for Beast Boy to pop up to rendezvous with me here.
Okay,
And
I think that might
what?
that might drop the spell on Beast Boy,
Yeah,
but
it does.
Wait, it does? Oh, I can't concentrate on two different. Okay, then I won't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was extraneous.
Yeah. But you dramatically you skid to a stop 120 feet beyond the perimeter, and like looking back.
Yeah.
All right, Robin, it's your turn. You don't. You see the huge figure of Beast Boy up towards the ceiling in thermal imaging, and you know he'll probably dive towards the huge opening that Starfire has created. What would you like to do?
I'm going to shoot red gel at him.
Okay. Go.
There we go.
That
17.
would hit. The bat's armor is AC or at the 13. The
Bat's armor is armor class.
The bat doesn't have armor. It has fur. I don't.
Okay, so that does hit you, Beast Boy.
Oh, crap.
You are hit by the X, and it turns to gel, and it does it does. You are now restrained.
Okay.
And
so I'm
your
guessing
your wings are now all gunked up, so you now fall towards the ground. It'll be 60 feet, so you will take 6d6 points of damage.
I may have forgotten about that part.
Yeah. You
Sorry, Beast Boy.
take 20 points of damage as you slam onto the ground.
Okay, I have 2 HP as a bat.
Okay.
Do I see the chip?
It's a small little object. How big is the giant bat? What size?
Large.
Large. Okay.
Probably covered up by my invisible body, since I'm collapsed over it.
Yes. Now you can see with thermal imaging, and so you do know it's probably held in his feet, which are held together.
I think I want to say I bit it.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
in my teeth.
Do bats pick things up that way? I don't know how bats pick things up.
Okay, maybe it's in my feet. I don't know, but I know.
I think you actually
can
described it
catch
as picking it
bugs
up with
in
your
their
feet.
mouth,
She actually specifically said my mouth or my feet.
I did. So your choice.
Did she
Your
actually?
choice.
I only heard feet.
Chris, roll a d4.
Oh, okay.
1 to 2 mouth, the other one feet. That is feet.
It's in my feet.
Feet.
Your feet. All right. So it could be in his feet, Robin. His feet.
Is that going to take an action to find? Or is that like I see and can grab as my second attack type?
You. Unfortunately, what it would probably be is a contested strength check to pull it out of his feet.
And would that be my second attack in this attack action, technically, or
I think it'd probably be more like an action. Like if someone makes a strength and a contested check in a turn, that's what they do. They don't get to attack. Yeah, instead of attacking. So you can move to the area, but you could not yet pull it out of his feet. You start to try, but you'll have to use your action on the next turn.
Then I'm going to actually from where Beast Boy fell versus the turret.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the turret? Like in this triangular me Beast Boy turret. The distance between me and the turret and the Beast Boy.
Okay, so you and the turret at this point is probably something like 30 feet.
Okay. And then from the turret to Beast Boy?
Probably the same. If you've run to him, then yeah. But that's what I was thinking at when I first answered. So it's probably 30 feet. He's 30 feet from the point where the turret is. So yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to run to the turret and use my second attack to hacking exit.
Okay, go ahead and roll a melee attack to see if you hit it.
21.
21. That will hit. It's just a turret on a car. All right. So you slap the hacking X on it, and the car starts to the lights start to blink, and the whole thing starts to move. The radio turns on, and the turret just starts spinning around and it kind of it slows down and deactivates.
Okay. And then I'm going to use a key point to finish the distance to Beast Boy.
Okay, so you're dashing then back to Beast Boy. Okay. All right, good, because if the gun had gone and Beast Boy was restrained, he would have automatically failed Dex saving throws. This is the push him away, save him from the train moment in.
I don't want him to get hurt. I didn't mean to even drop him from the ceiling. I wasn't thinking about that part.
Okay. Now the gun is gone. So Beast Boy, it's your turn. You are restrained. You can make a.
Is it not Starfire's turn?
No, you haven't had.
No, it's your turn. You're at the bottom of the round.
You're less than initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can make a strength check to try to get out of this goo if you want to.
I guess if I try and shift, is it the goo? Like, I wouldn't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
You can try and shift. You
Well,
haven't been restrained in this way before.
Yeah. Does it take a bonus action to drop my form, or does it? Can I just do it?
Well, you can free shift as a bonus action.
I know, but if I wanted to drop it.
Yeah, you could. Well, I think you can drop it probably for free, like dropping a spell.
Because this form is very low health, and I'm trying to decide if I just want to start a.
I mean, but you can. Oh yeah, start a new form. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because your form in the next form would have less health because of our weird math rules that we implemented.
Yeah.
For that.
I only have 2 HP as this bat, so whatever I transfer. So is this? I know I used freedom of movement on Raven's eggs,
Yeah.
and it got that off of her. So but would I try and break out of it with some type of creature?
It's up to you.
Whoever gets you out the door fastest.
Okay, I'm gonna try and bonus action, shift, yes, a giant leap. Try and break bonds.
Yeah. All right. So you shift into it, and you're still holding the chip in your toes because they got those little like toe feet.
Yeah.
And you try to flex and stretch this restraint. So go ahead and roll a strength check.
Yeah.
12.
Unfortunately, as you stretch, the goo modularly shifts to your size, and you pull, but you don't quite have the leverage yet to pull free. All right, so Starfire,
that
you
was
are.
my bonus action.
Oh, that wait, no, but it would
You said
have
I
been
could
your.
drop the form in my.
Yes, but what I mean is you have to take an action to do the strength check.
Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay, so it's my turn?
Yeah.
And for some reason,
Yes.
you put it into the 2 and 2 of like me changing into. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, Starfire, yeah, it's your turn. And Beast Boy has not yet exited the building. You think you can, and you can kind of see through the hole and hear like the yelling, like now large, like ape yelling, and so you know something's held him up.
Okay. And I know Robin's in there. Or
Yes.
I can easily surmise.
Yeah, you saw him.
Oh, okay. So how far away is Beast Boy from me?
Well, if you went your full movement, then 120 feet, but anywhere within that kind of situation. You wouldn't have needed to use your whole movement to get out of the building.
Well, I used the rest of my movement. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to stay true to my word because this is PvP. So,
Yeah. No problem.
So,
but you can burst back to his position in there. No problem.
I mean, I think what I'm trying to do is, as best I can, I am trying to fly in there, pick up Beast Boy, and fly out.
Okay, well, you can get to him.
Yeah.
And if you want to use your action once you get in there and you see Robin there, now standing near Beast Boy, and Beast Boy is a giant ape, but he is
I'm
held.
invisible, but I'm covered with
Yeah,
red
so I think I
yeah.
can perceive you. But can I see, see Robin?
You do see Robin. He's just standing there, and his invisibility has broken. It's occasionally like glitching in and out, but like he's not effectively invisible. So you do see him.
Okay. Okay, I have an action. So, geez. Yeah, so I fly in there over to Beast Boy, seeing that something's wrong. I fly over next to him and I stare Robin down. Kind of just like not really sure what to say. not really sure how to react. And then I cast this really good spell that I just thought of that will fix everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not.
No.
You have the wish spell?
Yeah, I wish that Robin wasn't being a dickhead.
I wish that
I wish that Robin was never born. And then it's George Bailey.
I wish that Slade would be caught like right now.
To catch a predator.
Oh, Shenron. Are you powerful enough to kill Slade?
Can't just
Put
always-
this pedophile in bars.
All right, what's the spell?
I'm sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to come up with something. Because again, creative spells aren't really what I have, but I feel like there's something I can do here with this. Yeah, I think I'm still kind of like, sort of just staring awkwardly at Robin, sort of mesmerized, not really sure what to say, sort of taking in his expression, almost fixated.
Well,
what?
He's got a full mask.
Okay, well then I'm looking at the mask. Fine. I'm looking at the mask and being like, "That's a weird ass mask." And then
It's an awesome.
and then
mask.
I cast haste on Beast Boy, and
Oh.
I continue to stand with Beast Boy and just like sort of try to lock eyes with Robin like he's poisonous snake.
Yeah, you're facing off against him.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Robin, it is, or Red X, it is your turn. You are standing there. Starfire is there, facing you down intensely, and you know now that this is the standoff. What would you like to do?
He's a beefy ape now.
Yes, a hasted beefy ape.
He's a bastard.
So basically, but he just starts like moving like more rapidly and more like it's more agitated. So yeah.
This isn't gonna go so well. Do you know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna pull out out of my belt buckle a adrenaline shot and stab it into my leg.
Okay, he's doubling down on this encounter. Okay.
Trademark move.
Okay. Yeah, you see him pull out this thing and take it, and that's a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'm gonna try and take the chip.
Okay. So go ahead.
Against my 8.
Yep, it's going to be a contested strength check. You have advantage because you are raging. And yeah, Beast Boy. So yeah, it'll be contested strength. So both of you roll your strength checks.
Come on, roll low, Beast Boy.
I'm gonna use a luck.
Oh yeah.
Dang it all.
Nope.
That
nope.
is
12.
12.
Oh.
Right there.
And you have an advantage and you got a natural 20. So
Oh no!
wait, what's the 11?
It's just the advantage. I was
Oh,
just
okay.
curious what I was gonna
Cool,
get.
cool. All right. So you move forward and reach down. You are well equipped for what you are trying to do, and no amount of fucking blink dogs or giant ape forums are gonna prove otherwise. As you reach down with your enhanced raging strength, you pull open the paw of this giant ape. It's huge, but you just push the fingers, pry the fingers or the toes open, and grab the chip real fast and hop back before they snap closed. Basically, like this is such an impressive display that like your foot muscles feel like Beast Boy feel like strained and cramped from the exertion of trying to resist it. And you and Robin, you are now back in your original position, faced off against Starfire, but you have the chip now. What would you like to do? You still have your movement speed.
I'm within 5 feet of her, so we're in engagement, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
And if I try and get away, she can just grab me, right?
Well, she can't grapple as a reaction, but she can attack you.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I'm gonna run.
Oh.
I'm gonna run for the hole she made.
She's well, you're testing her resolve. I like that. So there's a moment where you two are just sort of like staring at each other dramatically after he's done this, and Robin just makes the decision to run past you, even knowing that you may attack him. Starfire, do you choose to attack him?
So I've been sitting here actually predicting this whole time and thinking about this. And yeah, so to backtrack a little bit, I see him inject himself with that thing again, which I have witnessed, I believe, before.
Yes.
And I am, standing here sort of as a bulwark between him and Beast Boy, and he jumps over and he takes the chip, and I just have this like flash to like the grenade and to Blackfire leaving, and to that time I punched Beast Boy in the face, and like all of these different things are buzzing around in my head, and the math all happens at once, and without really any kind of like super conscious thought, I take a swing at him.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit. An 18. Will that hit you?
That's not going to hit.
All right, no, your armor class is 20. So you, in this moment, you make your decision and you go to hit him. Robin, there's something here where it's like there's a technique that your mentor taught you when trying to avoid, like, say, criminals with firearms. You can't dodge the bullet. You're not fast enough. But in having the instinct ingrained in you to move before the action happens, before the gun is aimed, is what keeps you alive. And you, in this moment, while you're sort of betting on her not hitting, you're also not that naive. You have shifted location, and that fist now flies at you, almost moving as fast as a bullet, but you move out of the way, and you look back now. This fist has extended, and if it had hit you in the right spot, it would not have been good. But you look up now, you see Starfire. You see Starfire's face looking down at you, with this particular expression, but you have managed to avoid it, and now you can keep using your movement to flee.
So I'm I'm restrained,
Yes.
right?
You're restrained.
Okay, so I can't attack.
You could attack with disadvantage.
I am a giant ape and I am hasted.
Yeah.
Can I punch him? Or try
Yeah,
to?
go ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
I punch him.
Well, it's at disadvantage because you're restrained.
Oh, it's a disadvantage.
Yeah. So unfortunately, you do not either.
I do not.
So that moment continues to happen, even with a great ape arm then coming swinging in. Basically, it's like a very anime moment where like nothing else exists except for that moment in between Robin and Starfire. And the thing that basically, like, it's slow-mo for a moment, and then the thing that brings the world back into full speed is that fist of the great ape trying to swing at you, and you just like somersault, like you like twist in the air and like jump over it and keep moving. So all right, so how far do you have for movement?
At that, then, so I have 45 feet. As I like come out of that like slow motion thing, I'm gonna put on an extra boost of speed and use my key point to dash.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get 90 feet away.
All right.
Out the door.
Dash
out the hole.
Out of the opening into the street. Okay. Now, Beast Boy, it's your turn. You are restrained. What would you like to do?
Okay, I have 2 actions. Do I have to use them to do the same thing?
Well,
Like, can
do
I use
you?
one of them to try and escape, and if it doesn't work, can
Yep.
I
Oh yeah, you have 2 actions. That's
have
right.
2 actions?
Because of haste. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what did haste
The
give me?
haste is particular types of things you can take with that second action, though. So, for instance, you can that action can be used only to take the attack, one weapon attack only action, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action.
Okay.
So that is not actually that does not include like the make an ability check action.
Oh, okay, you're
Like
right.
On here, you wrote
mhm.
the creature can try to make the strength check at the end of its turn.
True, right. Yeah, so you can do things, but then you can make the check. Right.
Okay. And I can't see Robin anymore.
Well, he's run out. So if you crane your neck and you look back, if he just ran out in a straight line to get maximum, or in a straight line, then you could still see him, but he's 90 feet away.
Okay. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna drop my form, and I'm going to cast Freedom of Movement on myself.
Okay. All right, so you drop your form back into Beast Boy and then cast the spell on you, and the goo just like slides away. And you're standing there now next to Starfire.
And
What would you like to do?
I will use my bonus action to.
You also you're hasted, so you do have another action you can take to dash
I do.
or something like that.
Is Robin flying?
Right now, he's just running. Oh, and also haste is doubling your movement speed, so keep that in mind.
Oh.
Yeah. You are a super speed animal man right now.
Super cool. Okay, so I.
No, he's not Animal Man.
I know that.
Okay. Okay, I am going to change into a giant elk and
Oh my
do a
god.
charge at him.
Holy fuck.
Because its speed is 60 feet, so doubled would be 120 feet.
Yeah.
So I am going to charge into him. If the elk moves at least 20 feet straight towards its target, it hits with a ram attack, and it takes
Holy fuck.
An extra 2d6. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna ram him and try and knock him over.
The thing with this that I realized in this moment is like, it's very easy to remember that there's a ton of convoluted like emotions going on within Starfire, but also like this whole encounter has pretty soured, like pretty like well established, like angered like Beast Boy towards Robin too, and that's also cool. So yeah, go ahead and roll your charge
a
attack.
rhinoceros, but I chose a giant elk because they are peaceful creatures. I don't know. Can I use my last luck?
Yeah, if you want.
And that doesn't work.
Man, bad rolls, Beast Boy. Sorry.
So Beast Boy, in this moment of just like your highly accelerated state, you turn into a giant elk and just blast forward at super speed to catch up to him. But unfortunately, he like turns his head at the last second and like rolls, and you fly past. Now you do have the movement probably to get in front of him if you want to.
He's just gonna pass me again, so I guess I might as well pass him. Yeah.
Okay. Are you getting in front of him, like in melee range, or are you just going further ahead, or what?
Oh no! I actually no. I'll just stay behind him.
Okay.
Because I'm dashy speed. I want to try and ram him again if I can with something else.
Okay. Yeah, she's just gonna keep trying to ram your ass. Um,
Oh my.
oh my. All right. So that is your turn, Beast Boy. Um. So. Um. Yeah. Go. Starfire. It's your turn. The super speed elk just tried to to run him down, but didn't quite get it. What would you like to do?
How far away is he?
He's 90 feet from you.
So if I wanted to just snatch the chip from him, would that be a strength contest?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
They just see a guy dodging around like crazy.
So taking no
Dark
time to
Souls.
think about the deep weight of what just happened, I my eyes just sort of light up with crackling green energy, and
Oh fuck.
I just rush over there as fast as possible, try to snatch it out of his hands, like with nothing else on my mind.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Make a contested strength check. You have advantage, Robin, because you're raging, and
Oh,
you're probably
darn.
gonna need it.
He has
Well,
advantage.
he's gonna need it.
I mean, that's fair.
Is it an athletic? Is it an athletics check?
I think it's just straight strength, isn't it? A strength.
I think it's just strength, but let me see.
Because if we're doing athletics, I also have proficiency in that.
Yeah.
Or my question is, could I dodge it, like kind of spring out of the way with like an acrobatic?
Well,
mean-
she's coming right up to you with her movement.
Yeah, I charged in assuming this would be a strength contest because that was what
Yeah. This is not like an attack roll you can react to. This is her moving into your space and then trying to do something with an object that you have. And I am and so you currently still have the object in your hand. So you it is probably now this is also a wonky thing about trying to take an object from another person.
Just want to say we respect the fact that you're figuring out all this PvP stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, I appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's looking like people are saying it's an opposed strength check. So yes, opposed
Yeah.
strength check. You got advantage because you're raging, but she has the very big bonus. So. All right, that's enough. So basically, what I'm imagining is like you grab his wrist, and his hand opens, and you just take it.
Yeah,
You squeeze his wrist really hard.
I do, and then I lock eyes with him for a second, but again, it's just crackling energy, so he can't really see my expression in them. And I grab that chip, and I fly the rest of my movement forward, which is 30 feet. But in that movement, I do go diagonally upward, so I'm also
Okay.
flying above him.
All right, you can make an attack of opportunity if you want, Robin.
But fucking try.
Yeah. It would be amazing if he beat your constitution and stunned you, but it's very
17?
unlikely.
Actually, that is a hit. That is exactly my AC.
Oh wow.
All right.
Okay. Didn't think that would actually happen. So it's 7 damage, and then I'm gonna have to try and stun. I don't think it's gonna work, but.
Oh yeah, it's a Constitution saving throw for you,
Oh, okay.
Starfire.
Gotcha.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know. Let's see.
Roll 1. Roll 1.
23.
Nope, 23.
Jeez. Yeah.
So unfortunately, like you manage to hit her as she starts flying away, but it's negligible because that's 7 halved, and then you do not manage to, like, it's like hitting iron. It does not stun her.
Doesn't do much.
And I'm just
Okay.
above you, sort of looking down on you. And that's
All right.
my turn.
It's your turn, Robin. What would you like to do? The chip has been taken from you. So yeah.
I'm I'm going to shoot an X at Starfire.
Okay. What kind of X?
Titanium.
All right.
That's going to be an 11, so that's probably
It
Yep.
misses.
You do have a second hit though.
I'm going to shoot again, so that's a 19.
That'll hit.
Okay. So
All
what is
right.
the
So he
effect?
fires these huge metallic or these huge X's that fire at you. One you just like anime dodge out of the way, and then but the other one hits you full on in the chest and constrains your arms. And as it hits you, it turns from it glows red and turns from a malleable material into a hard metal substance. And this actually hits you with such force that it causes you to tumble out of the air. So you're 30 feet up.
Yeah.
So you'll take 3d6 points of bludgeoning damage, 5 halved, of course, because of your resistance.
2. Okay.
Yeah, it's a heavy, dense metal.
Mhm.
So now you're on the ground. You still have the chip in your hand, but your hands are constrained to your sides.
Right.
I'm going to turn to Beast Boy, and I'm going to use my bonus action attack.
Okay.
Bonus action what?
Attack.
Bonus action attack. That's a 16 for your elk.
That hits me. I'm a giant elk still.
All right.
How much damage? 16?
And then
Oh no.
No.
that's going to be 6 damage. And then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as well.
No.
No. Basically, he just punches the elk in the abdomen area from below, and just your muscles spasm.
And then I'm going to use my movement to walk up to Starfire.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm trying to make it look good so I can get to Slade. You guys are doing a great job. But I'm going to have to take the chip. And then that's my turn.
Okay, Beast Boy, you're stunned. Starfire, you're there below him as he has just said this to you.
I look up at him because I'm on the ground now, and I say, Robin, we are your friends. You could have asked us for help. We would have helped you. And then my eyes flicker with that green light again, and I clench my fist and I crush the chip.
Oh.
Mm.
All right. Okay.
So you can't see it because of the mask, but there's even after all this intense things, and Robin knows that what it means that you crush the chip. He can't help but just kind of a small smile goes across his mouth. Nobody sees it, and it quickly goes away. But
okay, what would you like to do? There's no chip. Well, it's Starfire's turn. Are you trying to break out, or are you just laying there, Starfire?
I think I will try to break out.
All right, go ahead and roll strength. The DC is
30.
So that is not enough.
Jeez. Okay.
So unfortunately, you flex, and the metal starts to, it's like a semi-flexible, high, metal, and it just has enough give to stop you from ripping through it, but is still firm. Now, Robin, you're there. The chip is gone, so there's no more reason to be here. What would you like to do?
I don't even know at this point. Robin's going to sit down next to Starfire and take off the mask and put it down next to her. You're a way better hero than I am.
I'm kind of caught off guard, and my flicker goes away, and I'm despite myself blushing.
I thought I could do it alone. I thought I didn't. Not that I didn't need you guys. Just, I guess some part of me thought you would hold me back. You guys whooped my butt. Almost feel like I was the one holding you guys back.
I can't move because I am encased in metal.
I think at this point I am done being stunned, so a giant elf is just kind of slowly walking over.
Yeah, and feel free, to react to Robin however you see fit, Peace Boy.
But I'm going to say I don't really have the the eloquence for the situation, so I just kind of say let's leave together.
What? After all that, why would you want me to leave with you? I mean, I almost blew some of you guys up. What kind of leader does that?
Whether you are our leader or not, you are our friend, and nothing will ever change that.
I kind of brush her hair to the side so I can look at her eyes.
I take a long, sort of longing look into his, feeling vulnerable despite myself, trying to sort of keep emotionally distant but not really succeeding.
I like the haircut. I might have liked it longer before, though. So I'm sorry about that if that was me.
There was slime in it. Sometimes things have to change.
Is there any way for me to disable this titanium X?
You didn't really think that far into the functionality.
Because I had this big idea for a
So,
dramatic scene where I used heat metal on myself and broke out of it, but now that wouldn't be fitting at all.
So, Starfire, I know you're pretty strong. I didn't quite put a failsafe on that one. I can try and help you break out of it if you want to.
At this point, I turn back into Beast
push.
Boy, and I'm just kind of like awkwardly like watching from the sidelines. Like I don't know if I should interrupt this moment.
Yeah, I think
You're like,
Boy
you're like,
really needs some popcorn.
teenagers.
Really needs some popcorn right now.
Can I roll to break free again, or
Yeah, you can keep doing so.
I want to try.
I just like also Robin and Starfire having this conversation while Beast Boy is like a moose in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, you can give Starfire advantage on the check by trying to pry it free.
Yeah. Did you just roll 2 18s? No.
Yeah, well, basically, it's just a question of how long it takes. You'll break free eventually, just not right now.
I do have one more freedom of movement.
Yeah, do you want to
you
do
can
that on me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are just like struggling and pulling and just like trying to remote and just like lick my hand again and slap her.
and you're easily able to squeeze out of it like some sort of weird snake.
So you guys split up the team? Are you going after the second chip too?
Cyborg and Raven probably have it by now.
Holy shit, I completely forgot about Cyborg and Raven.
Wait, you actually did? I thought that was a conscious artistic
What
decision.
a bastard.
Well, I was like, we'll go to this group, and then it went on for so long that I literally
You're just
forgot.
so dramatically invested. We're just like, big Robin fight.
Going back to Cyborg and Raven, I mean, basically, you just gotta catch the guard before he hits an alarm,
So,
a fire
Raven,
alarm.
Are you awake?
Is there? How far away is he?
Oh, it's not an issue of movement. He's a normal guy with 30-foot movement speed.
Oh,
so.
are there any like rooms or things around here that look like we could stuff somebody inside?
Yeah, there are things like that. So basically, you could chase him down with in a couple rounds with your superior movement speed, probably before he could get to a fire alarm to pull the alarm. Like,
Yeah.
and he's too panicked to like go for his radio because he's just trying to get away. So like this robot man just starts fucking
Let's try
barreling
that.
down.
Yes. I run up behind him and I grab his mouth and I grab his radio and I'm like,
All right.
Megatron has you nice and safe.
I mean, go ahead and roll to grapple just in case you roll a 1.
Okay.
But otherwise, his armor class is very low.
I was just seeing this like an episode, so I was just thinking like it would almost be just like after we did our thing, they would show up and be like, "Yeah, we got it."
Yeah.
Megatron got a 26.
Oh yeah, easily. This is like a slightly overweight, like man, this normal man. He is crying now.
If nice man is nice, Megatron will let him keep his donut. I just grab him and I look around for something. Well, I want to basically bind and gag him.
Okay, yeah, you're able to tie him up with some stuff you find in the janitor's closet, some like cable. So, yeah, there's like extension cords in there, and you just keep him in there, and you're like, you expect the janitor will probably find him in the morning.
I'm going to leave this donut right here on this shelf full of chemicals for when you escape. Megatron is a nice villain.
He just nods like like I'm assuming you gagged him, so yes. Yeah. So yeah, and then you guys leave, and eventually you catch up with the rest of the team, and Robin is there with them. Yeah, you kind of.
Wait, is it Robin or Red X?
Well, it's Robin because he's taken off his mask, and you guys are.
It's a Team
there.
Titan! Get him!
Megatron, calm down.
He's getting too into the role.
Are we creating an ally with the goody two shoes?
Also, I remembered that God damn it! I remember that you fuckers were just wearing your stupid villain costumes the whole time.
Yeah.
So like all those dramatic moments with like with her short hair, whatever.
Can I
blah blah blah?
That my costume just like fell off in the gunfire?
Yeah.
I'm assuming, like.
I think when you moved super fast, like your costume, like your trench coat and mask flew off.
Yeah, is that how it works around here? When we move really fast, our clothes come off?
No, only the big loose ones that are not main character important.
Yeah, okay. Loose clothing, got it.
Yeah, and even before that, I think that the mask flew off when the big bat wings created wind, so that he did see her with her short hair at that moment. It was just she was also wearing a big trench coat.
Basically, it was one of those moments in a video game where like you customize your character, but like when there's an important cutscene, they like put their normal form.
Yeah, it's pre-rendered. So
yeah.
It's just very good.
I disrobe the pink suit, just like scoot out of him.
When you cast freedom of movement on yourself, it fell off of you.
Yeah, can I suggest that like maybe it was our plan to like rendezvous at like some kind of late night diner or something like that?
Yeah,
and we're all just like sort of crashed down in those seats now, just like half alive.
Yeah, you're sitting with your toxic friend, but that you've forgiven again, and you're all just sort of trying to forget about it and forgive each other over a milkshake and French fries.
I'm just like, so Robin, you're back, right?
I mean, if you guys will have me, I know it's listen, it kind of. I realize now it kind of sucked what I did.
I take off my mask and I'm like, all right, I'll be Cyborg.
Cyborg?
Already
No, I mean, he
oh,
didn't
sorry.
say
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Robin, if you Robin, I'm sorry, I've been lying. I'm actually Cyborg. Uh, look,
So what was the deal with the
hey,
costume?
it doesn't matter. Look, I get why you do what you do. Because you couldn't do nothing. And honestly, the group of us, we were doing nothing. And I get that more than anybody else. Do you understand what I am? I'm a cyborg. Do you know what it takes for me to sleep? Heck, do you know what it would take for me to die? I just have to think about it, and I'm gone, or I'm asleep. I just shut down, and I can just do nothing and escape into infinite bliss and just sleep or check out and do nothing. And you know, that is incredibly tempting. It is so tempting to do nothing almost every day. But you know, I can't do that because, you know what? The world needs me, and I would never forgive myself as when I do that. And I have to watch myself every day to make sure that I don't just check out. But you know what? Sometimes I do. But you know what? You don't. You keep going, and we can always count on you to keep going. Now, sometimes you keep going too far, and I think you do need to realize that you need us, but you know you're a leader. And when we don't want to do something, it's up to you to make us do it anyway. Does that make sense? We just can't check out, and you can't just check out, and I get that. But you know, we trust you as a leader, and you should use that to make sure that we don't just check out. Yeah, that would make people really disappointed. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
He said, banging on the counter a whole bunch of times.
I'm gonna turn to Robin. I'm just gonna be like, I missed a lot of that, but we lost the chip, but I would much rather have a friend back and a leader.
You mean you lost a chip? Show us ours.
I'm dumping my milkshake onto my pancakes right now, and I just say, did we destroy a very expensive, important computer chip?
Do you have the pieces?
I shake my head.
Uh,
The image flashes back to a handful of like dust that's just like sitting in the facility.
that did.
Okay, yeah, that one's expensive.
I think we can make this work, guys. But listen, I'll be completely honest. You guys are amazing fighters, amazing heroes. It was hard taking you guys on. Not even just because you're my friends,
Is it because we had dogs?
but well, next time we fight against Slade, maybe we'll fight off some. Maybe we'll bring out some blink dogs.
I'll contact Twinkie and all the rest.
Is Raven here?
I was thinking.
I'm here.
I was thinking I could make a whole horde of mechanical dogs to patrol our tower.
I think that as the conversation turns to that we like the camera kind of pans up as they discuss some things, and perhaps they will continue on with their plan to hunt down Slade, but that is for next time on Teen Titans Roll.
Yay.
Boom.
Wow,
Wow.
that That was dramatic.
Yeah.
That was a rough one.
We did
Yeah.
we did it. Whatever we did.
We brought Robin back.
We
You
brought
did something.
our friend back from the dark side.
Starfire's got a lot of reasons now to lie awake in bed staring at the ceiling. Even more than before.
We need Starfire. We need to have a talk. We need somebody to give Robin a reason to stick around. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not responding because the episode ended.
Very
Oh, you're
good.
saying that you want to sleep with Robin.
That's what I'm. So I just discovered that in here, if I leave my phone next to one of the speakers, it gets picks up a little bit on the wavelengths. But I'm currently playing a game that has no sound whatsoever unless I hold it up to the speaker, and then it actually makes sound effects. This is weird.
What are you? I think you are hallucinating, or you've accessed the god of Bluetooth.
Hi, I'm back.
This is special.
All right, you're special.
I actually have sound effects for all these pimples I'm popping.
Shut
It's
up.
okay, they're just on her face.
Please jump off of a bridge.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Okay, so Starfire, you heat this thing.